All right, we're finally looking at how people make decisions and how we can influence them to make the decision to go with our solution so that they can get the change that we want for them. And the major dynamic we're going to be playing with them to get to the decision is going to be tension, or tension up there. So how this works is we're always in a state of tension. In fact, we're always feeling some level of these feelings. We're all feeling a little bit of shame, a little bit of helplessness, and depending on the context, it will fluctuate and so on. So tension. So tension is the overall understanding of this is not what I want. Um, it's the gap between where they are and where they want to be. So let's say this is their current feelings. Current feeling. And this is a baseline that we get because we have a belief system profile. They come in through very systemic or consistent events, and with the designed culture, status, and past experiences, we create a meaning about like what it is that we're here to do for them, and it's going to create a consistent current feeling. So they're going to feel a certain way about themselves, and this tension is the difference between that and how they could feel, which is their desired feeling. So their desired feeling and current feeling, there is a gap. So let's say someone's tooth hurts, or let's say there's been some like aching. So they come into the office, and through after the system, by the end of the feeling, they still have that tension. They know that they have to do something about their tooth, but just that in itself isn't enough. We have to show them what it could be like, and that's called illuminating the tension. So it's not just the tension itself, it's tension in the presence of the opposite. It's in the presence of what could be. So instead of feeling the shame, you could feel pride. So we can move you up this way. Instead of feeling helpless, we can get you feeling in control, and we can do that a lot. Right? Instead of feeling like there's a threat to your health, maybe you feel a lot of it, we can get you back to feeling safe. So all this stuff creates a desired, this is a desired state of being. This is a desired feeling that we want. So this gap is the tension. And I want to be very precise with our words here. So tension is the gap. Now, the promise that we make to them, illuminating the tension is illuminating the difference, the distance between their current feeling and their desired feeling. And we have to do this every time we try to get someone to make a decision. Before it, we want to peak the tension so that we have something to give relief from. So when it comes to feelings, first we peak with tension. And what we do now is we offer a promise. So I'm going to do this in blue. So here's your current feeling. Here's where you want to be. I'm going to illuminate tension by making you aware of this, because maybe you weren't completely aware of how it's been affecting your self-confidence, how it's been affecting how you think about health. I'm going to bring all that up and get you clear. And I'm also going to get you very clear about how it doesn't have to be that way anymore, how things could look. And I'm going to make a promise that if you make a change, if you decide to agree with my change, then I can get you to that desired feeling, or very close to it at least, or even surpass it. Right? So this is the promise. So we create tension, or we don't create tension. Tension is always there, sorry. We illuminate tension. We illuminate the gap between how they end up feeling. So they're gonna feel. Remember, they're also feeling trusting, open, and engaged. So that, in combination with their feelings of shame, helplessness, threat, and all that, this mixture, right? That is a bit of, there's diversity there, but the feelings we've created of openness, trust, and engagement are going to be very consistent. So whatever it is they're feeling, now what we do is we show them the promise, we illuminate the tension, we show them the promise, and we ask them to make a decision. So I think, yeah, so we ask them to make a decision, and whether or not they choose yes or no is really going to be dependent on the gap, how well you've illuminated the tension. So if you've done a poor job of illuminating the tension, then this is going to be their current feeling, but you might not even do a good job of illuminating how badly they've been feeling. Maybe they do feel terrible, but because we've done a bad job at illuminating the tension, they're not able to experience that in that moment when the decision needs to be made. So let's say from this baseline, their current feeling comes out to be right around there. And then we do a poor job of illuminating what's possible for them and how we can help them get to their desired feeling. And so what we do is we end up creating a promise that is just like this. Or we're creating a promise of a feeling that is something they don't care about. So maybe we're going for, like, maybe we're actually creating a different feeling. Like, so in this case, maybe they don't care for belonging, but we're trying to create feelings of belonging. And in that case, it would be a total mismatch as well. So yeah, in the next module, we'll go over like what happens if someone doesn't decide to go with you. Like, how can we troubleshoot that? Where did things go wrong? How can we fix the system so that we get better outputs?